Hey, what's up guys, it's Sam here and welcome back to Xbox On. So maybe you've got a brand new Xbox Series X or S, or maybe just thinking about buying one. Whatever the case, you've probably got a few questions about these new consoles. In this video, we're going to answer 21 of the most commonly asked questions about the next generation of Xbox, from the basics through to some deeper cuts. So strap in and prepare to become an Xbox expert.
If you're looking for a full rundown on the differences, we've actually got a video dedicated to answering this one question that you might want to check out. But the short version, the Xbox Series S is the cheaper, lighter option, retailing at £249.99 here in the UK, while still rocking all the same next-gen features. More on those in a minute. Meanwhile, the Xbox Series X is the beefier powerhouse, coming in at £449.99 with a chunkier GPU and double the storage for gamers who need the absolute highest end experience. Series S is also an all-digital console, while the Series X has a UHD Blu-ray disc drive for playing physical media. Oh, and the Series S is the white one, and the Series X is in a nice slimming black.
The big difference is resolution. The Xbox Series X can output games at native 4K. The Series S targets 1440p, but this could be upscaled to 4K if your screen supports that resolution. But otherwise, any differences are down to the developers, as they decide how to make use of the hardware. The most important thing to remember is that both consoles have all the same next-gen features. DirectX ray tracing, frame rates up to 120 FPS, and that all-important Xbox Velocity architecture, which offers way faster loading times and the ability to switch seamlessly between games with quick resume.
As you start looking at the Xbox games library, you'll probably notice the Optimised label. This means that game has been developed to take advantage of the power, speed, and performance of these next-gen consoles. This can be a brand new game built natively for the Xbox Series X or S, but let's not forget those previously released games that have also been rebuilt or updated specifically for next gen. Some of the features that you can expect to see in optimized games are massively improved load times, visuals, responsiveness, and frame rates up to 120 FPS. For a full list of optimized titles, you can head to xbox.com/optimized.
Yep, games that have been optimized for Xbox Series X are also optimized for Xbox Series S. The exact features on offer might differ, but you'll be able to experience the next-gen upgrade either way, regardless of what console you opted for.
Okay, so this is another phrase you might have seen bouncing around. Games that support the smart delivery feature can automatically detect what console you're playing on and deliver the best version of the game to you. The important bit here is that it means you only need to buy these games once. So if you buy the Xbox One version, as long as it supports smart delivery, you can jump over to the Xbox Series X or S version without having to pay an extra penny. And with games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Cyberpunk 2077, and every Xbox Game Studios optimized title all supporting smart delivery, those savings are going to really add up.
So that's the games themselves covered, but what about your progress and purchases within those games? Well, it's all tied to your Microsoft account and gamertag. So as soon as you sign in on your console, it'll all carry over from Xbox One automatically. So you can pick up right where you left off with all those saves, unlocks, and in-game purchases all intact thanks to the cloud.
If you haven't bought a console yet, Xbox All Access is a great option for getting one. It's a monthly subscription that packages up an Xbox Series X or S with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and spreads out the cost over 2 years. So that means you get a next-gen machine and a huge library of games to play on it. Also, a nice cheeky bonus, you'll save a couple of quid while you're at it.
If you've already got an Xbox One through Xbox All Access, then you might be able to upgrade to an Xbox Series S or X right away. To be eligible, you need to have made 18 payments on your current membership, or 12 if you took advantage of the next-gen upgrade deal and bought an Xbox One X before the end of December last year. But if you're not sure if that's you, you can check your current status and learn how to upgrade by heading to this link on screen.
Your Xbox Series X or S will arrive with the new Xbox controller bundled in, or you can buy one separately. Either way, the list of devices that you can use it with stretches way beyond the new consoles. It'll also work on Xbox One, Windows 10 PCs, and Android devices. Apple iOS isn't currently supported, but that should be on its way very soon.
The Xbox Series X and S are backwards compatible with most Xbox One controllers and gaming accessories. This includes the media remote, chat pad, and stereo headset adapter. You can also use existing play and charge kits with the new Xbox wireless controller, although you'll need to use a USB-C cable for charging instead of a micro USB. Be aware though that some third-party phone clips, batteries, battery covers, they might not all work simply because the controller has a new design and it's slightly smaller than the older ones.
Any first-party headset and most third-party ones that work on Xbox One will also work on your new console. There are two small exceptions here. If the headset connects via Bluetooth, that's not available on Xbox Series X and S. You'll need to use a wired connection if available. And if it uses an optical connection, you may require a firmware update to support game and chat audio over USB. Alternatively, you may be able to connect via optical to the display's optical port, but this might mean you don't have access to the full range of headset features like chat audio. If you want to make absolutely sure that your headset is compatible, the best thing to do is head to the manufacturer's website to get the definitive answer.
You can use any wired keyboard and mouse that plugs into the console's USB ports, as well as some wireless devices specifically designed for Xbox consoles like the Razer Turret. When it comes to using them in-game though, be aware that mouse and keyboard compatibility is up to the developer, so it might be worth checking first. But look, there's no shortage of great games you can play this way. You've got Fortnite, Call of Duty, Sims 4, loads ready to play without ever needing to go AFK.
Probably the single biggest addition to the new controller is the share button, which does pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Press it once and your console will take a screenshot. A long press records video capture and double pressing takes you to your recent captures. All of this can be customized in the settings, so if you'd rather switch these around or make it so a single tap starts recording, that's all totally possible.
You can actually stream live onto Twitch straight from your console. Just use the app, search for Twitch in the Microsoft Store, install it on your Xbox, and you are ready to start broadcasting.
If you're using your new controller with an Xbox One, then yeah, the share button still works exactly the same as on Xbox Series X and S. God bless cross-compatibility.
Quick Resume lets you keep multiple games in a suspended state so you can jump between them almost instantly and pick right back up where you left off. This feature is enabled by default and works in the background whenever you launch games, so you don't have to do anything to trigger it, it's just on. Do keep in mind though that not all games support Quick Resume at times. For example, in a server-based multiplayer game like Sea of Thieves. But we've been having a great time hopping from Yakuza to Gears to whatever's next in the queue and can highly recommend taking it for a bit of a spin.
If you're looking to expand the storage of your Xbox Series X or S so it can hold more games at once, then you can use an external hard drive or SSD just as you would with any other console, as long as it supports USB 3.1. But the best option is the Seagate storage expansion card, which has been designed alongside the consoles themselves and plugs into a dedicated port on your console rather than the USB ports. A 1TB card costs £219.99p, and you can grab one from the Microsoft Store or selected retailers. The reason this costs a little more than your standard external hard drive or SSD is that it uses the same Xbox Velocity architecture as the console itself, meaning you benefit from all the same speed and performance boosts as on the console, including Quick Resume. It also packs all this into an incredibly tiny package, which is perfect for taking a few pre-installed games around a friend's.
If you've got a USB 3.1 external drive you've been using on Xbox One, then it is super easy to carry over its contents to Xbox Series X and S. Literally, you just unplug it, connect it to the new console, and voila! All the games stored on there will be instantly available to play straight from the drive.
Backwards compatibility on Xbox Series X and S includes games from all three previous generations: Xbox One, 360, and OG Xbox. As a rule of thumb, if it was playable on Xbox One, it'll work here, with one exception: games that require the Kinect sensor to play, for the simple reason that the new consoles do not support Kinect.
For any game available on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, cross-gen multiplayer is completely possible. You'll find it in everything from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Forza Horizon 4 and even Rocket League. We should quickly note though that offering this option to players is down to the developer again, so if you've got a specific game you want to play with friends on a different console, just make sure to check in advance.
Remote Play is a very cool feature that lets you stream games from your Xbox Series X or S and play them on iOS and Android phones and tablets. You can turn this on through the Remote Features menu in the console's device and connection settings. Then, if you download the Xbox app on your mobile device and connect an Xbox controller via Bluetooth, you're free to play games on the go. Nice.
Hopefully that's answered all your questions you had on Xbox Series X and S. But if there's still something you're worrying about, then watch this space. We're going to be taking a much deeper dive into some of the more technical questions in another video soon. To make sure you don't miss it, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. And in the meantime, throw it out in the comments and see if anyone else can help. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.